Hi! I just wanted to make a video for you guys because I have so many things I want to recommend to you where nutrition is concerned, and a lot of you guys have asked me for some tips on how you can be eating healthier if you want to lose weight or just feel better. Another common complaint is everybody seems to be having issues with their energy. So instead of typing everything out and sending you email after email, I thought I would just make a video. And this is not by any means all of the advice I have to give to you, but I think this will help a lot. And this is how I eat most of the time, and this is how I feed my family when we are trying to stay healthy and nutritious, which is all the time. But anyway, so just now I literally started emptying my fridge and my cupboards, and I'm just going to show you some of the things I keep on hand to make it easier for me to eat healthy and easier for my husband and my son to eat healthy and stay full and satisfied and keep our energy levels up. So I wanted to share some of these tips with you. One thing I keep on hand always is lemon juice, to have lemon juice and water, and I explain that in my little diet tutorial that I'm going to send you guys. Decaf green tea is really good for you. And at night I always like to have hot tea, like a green tea and a fruit tea, and I have cinnamon apple spice, which is really good. Otherwise, I also like peppermint. It just makes me feel like clean and happy and stuff. So herbal teas are really good for you. Fruit is always a good thing to have on hand. So I always keep bananas because they're really easy. Apples, oranges, but you know, any type of fruit. And in the diet that I recommend to you for weight loss, I always say 2 whole fruits a day is really good for you. And another thing that's awesome about apples, if you have a dessert habit at night and you're always craving something sweet like chocolate or something like that, you can cut up an apple, leave the skin on because it's really good for you and it's full of fiber, and then heat it up in the microwave for like 2 minutes with even a little bit of butter is okay, and like a teaspoon or so of honey, and it's really, really good. It tastes like a dessert. So try that if you are having a night where you just need to have a dessert. Almonds, I love almonds. They're super healthy for you. I always keep these on hand, and these ones are low sodium, lightly salted almonds. It's okay to have a little bit of salt. Just don't overdo it because too much salt can make you feel bloated and retain water. So almonds are awesome. Kale. Fresh kale is something I like to have on hand all the time. You can even put kale in your smoothie with like blueberries and bananas and stuff. And the taste of the blueberries will cut the taste of the kale, or spinach. I love spinach too. Another thing I love to do with kale is put it in soup. Like I make a chicken soup with like chicken broth and chicken and kale and onions and carrots and all kinds of other vegetables. It's really good. Kale is a great natural anti-inflammatory also. So it's great for weight loss as well. Lettuce, a salad a day is always a good idea. A salad or 2 a day is awesome. Carrots, I always snack on carrots and hummus. This is an awesome, awesome snack. It's very low in sugar and carbohydrate, and it's very nutritious. So this is a great snack. We always eat carrots and hummus. I like to keep mozzarella string cheese on hand. I try to keep my cheese like under 4 ounces a day, but cheese is okay for you, and it does fill you up, and it's a great snack. Also, I love to keep on hand lots of vegetables. So like these green beans that steam in the bag are really good for night. We always like steamed vegetables, or we make like a homemade stir fry with vegetables. So green beans are great. Red peppers, I throw these in everything. I eat tons of red peppers, and so does the rest of my family. So we make a lot of stir fry with red peppers. I throw them in my eggs in the morning. Eggs is another thing. I always have eggs in my fridge. I love eggs. They are fabulous for weight loss. They're fabulous for health. They're really good for you. So I also have some walnuts back here. Nuts are not, like I said before, nuts are not going to hinder your weight loss by any means as long as you don't overdo them. But I throw this in my apple thing too. Like if you make that apple dessert, you can throw walnuts or almonds in it. Celery is a good thing to have. I like to always keep a bag of frozen chicken in my freezer. And what is a great thing to do is at the beginning of every week, throw a whole bag of chicken in your crock pot and cook that up and then shred it and then I take the chicken and put them in individual baggies and then throw them back in the freezer. So I've always got like 2 or 3 servings of chicken in a baggie, and I can put it in the microwave and we can make it in a stir fry, or I can make homemade chicken salad with like some mayo and celery, and that's a really great idea to have. Homemade chicken salad is awesome to put in your fridge because you can bring that with you to work, or just have it as like a quick snack in the middle of the day. I love deli meat turkey. My favorite is the deli meat from Hy-Vee. I don't love the stuff that's already prepackaged in the thing, but that's okay too. Yeah, I love, meat. Meat is great, I think. It's fabulous for weight loss. It's full of protein and it's great. If you're going to have cottage cheese, it's not terrible for weight loss because there's not very many sugar or carbohydrates. There's 12 grams of protein in a half cup of cottage cheese, and I love cottage cheese. Another thing, don't overdo the dairy if you're trying to lose weight. Just keep that in mind. But chicken cubes, I make a lot of soup. So bouillon, chicken bouillon, and stuff like that is really good. Oatmeal. Now we're talking plain oats. I like to make my oatmeal with protein in it, and I put my scoop of whey protein in my oatmeal, and I like to have that in the morning or like a mid-morning snack or something, and it really fills you up and it's really good. You can also make, like another way I also make oatmeal is I put blueberries in it, and like a half a packet of Splenda or something like that, or Truvia, or any type of like sugar substitute that you use. Another thing with sugar substitutes, I like Splenda. You can use whatever you want to use, but don't overdo the sugar substitutes either, because that's not great for you either. And also too much sweetener, artificial sweetener, can cause your body to produce insulin, which is the same thing that we're trying to avoid when we eat table sugar and stuff like that. So don't overdo that either. I think I wrote down 2 to 3 packets a day. I usually have like maybe a total of 2. I have some in my coffee and like some in my oatmeal maybe. Another thing to keep in mind, make sure that you're like making your food lots of spicy, like tasting good, and like I love jalapenos, so I throw jalapenos, pepper rings in my salad, garlic. Another great idea is if you used your chicken that you've frozen and like shredded up in the freezer, you can throw that in a pan for lunch, or I mean if you're home, or just make this for dinner and you throw, but I love garlic. We go through tons of garlic. That's why I always keep it on hand. It has lots of health benefits and it makes your food taste wonderful. Makes your breath smell bad, but that's okay. So yeah, this is the whey protein that my husband and I use. We get this from Sam's Club, so let me know if you want us to buy some of that for you. If you want, we can definitely do that because we have a Sam's Club membership. But yeah, if you with your whey protein, make sure you look for something that's low in sugar or carbohydrate. There are a lot of protein powders out there that are like, they taste like a candy bar and they're awesome, but they are full of sugar, and it really kind of counteracts the whole health benefits of the protein. Good. Sorry. So another thing, canola oil. It's okay to have some healthy oils like canola oil. Olive oil is great as well. Balsamic vinegar. In my salad, I like to have like a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and olive oil. And that is my favorite way to make dressing. And then I throw lots of veggies and maybe some like turkey or something in it. If you're going to have potatoes, I don't like to eat them when I'm trying to lose weight, and I don't like my clients to either. But sweet potatoes are always a good thing to have on hand. And sometimes Isaac and I we'll cut up a sweet potato with our eggs, and we'll like fry it up in a pan. And they're much more nutrient dense than white potatoes, so that's why I recommend them. And they are not as, they don't have as high of a glycemic index, so they don't cause you to have as big of a blood sugar spike as white potatoes do. So these are good to have on hand too, especially if your family likes potatoes. If you are doing level 1 on that diet and you are not cutting out all like flour and stuff like that, These wraps are a great substitute for bread. They're a great substitute for bread. I eat the small ones because I don't like to overdo them, and they're very high in fiber. Also, these are also fantastic for making pizzas, like making your own little homemade pizzas in the oven. These bigger ones I use for those. Like sometimes if Nate and I are craving pizza, we'll take one of these and put it in the oven along with like lots of peppers and spinach and like pepperoni slices and a little bit of cheese, and we just make it taste awesome. And that way it's so much healthier than ordering pizza, and they taste really, really good. So another thing I had on hand is almond flour, almond meal flour for cooking, because it's so much better for you than regular flour. And arrowroot flour is another one, if you can see what's in there. So those are really good for cooking if you're going to use flour. Now, I don't recommend doing that, too much of that, when you're trying to lose weight, like really intensely. But it's something that I keep on hand, and I just wanted to mention to you guys. And also, my spice rack. It's so important to make your food taste good and spicy and not boring. This is Isaac, by the way. This is my little boy. So, yeah. Those are my tips for you, and I hope that this has given you some good ideas. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!